everyone! Welcome to another video. My name is Arya, and you've known me throughout the entire year as either Arya, or Aryashadeslay, or Aryashadeslay VA. Welcome to the last video of 2023. I decided to make the last video of this year something a little bit different. A yearly Q&A thing. I normally did Q&As for like big special events or for milestones, but honestly, I might start doing Q&As at the end of the year as well, because honestly, it's nice to just catch up with you guys. See some things for the end of the year. See some thoughts, see some things you might want to know about me. So, without further ado, let's get started. First question is from Super Surge. Oh boy, actually Super Surge here has a bunch of questions. Some of these I'm gonna skip because there's going to be a big question later on about one of these. What is your favorite movie, either anime or action movie? Honestly, this is a hard one to answer because, to be honest, I like movies, I like anime, and a lot of them are my favorites. But definitely one of my favorite live-action movies is Captain America, The First Avenger. The First Avenger was definitely the movie that got me into the Avengers series, like, full-time. And Captain America is just awesome. So, there's your answer for that. Have you watched Lego Ninjago? No, I have not. Honestly, I've never had a desire to be perfectly honest. What is my favorite anime character? That one's hard. I have a lot of favorite characters, so I'm just going to say I have too many to count. Let's see. Yeah, those are all the questions. Thank you so much, Super Surge. Let's see. Here. What are your top 3 animes and mangas from Samuel Hernandez? The top 3 that I'm currently watching are Cardcaptor Sakura, Case Closed / Detective Conan, and, what would I put as the third one? Probably Attack on Titan. If you had a quirk from a hero and or villain, which would it be? If I wanted any quirk from the My Hero universe, that's tricky. I like things to deal with the mind rather than physical strength, so I don't think any of the physical quirks would really be good for me. Maybe Search, like Ragdoll's quirk before it got taken from her, or or Night Eye's quirk, like Foresight. Maybe. But I can't imagine myself with superpowers other than honestly just who I am now. Hope that answers your question, Samuel. Your questions. Let's see. Before coming up with the finalized version of Arcana Misfortune that we all recognize today, was there any original concepts of the storylines and the characters themselves? If there is, how did you come up with it? Okay, little bit of backstory. From 2018 and backwards, I didn't have any other OCs other than Sapphire. And Sapphire originally wasn't mine. She was kind of, she was given to me, and then I made her my own. So, after 2019, I came up with more of my OCs because I realized that I needed more OCs than just Sapphire in all of the universes. So, I did that, and then I realized, hey, I could make a giant, like, thing out of this, and have them all meet. Wouldn't that be cool? Some of the original concepts for Arcana Misfortune are still up on my very old channel. They're privated, but if you look back in one of my VODs, I believe it's my my anniversary stream VOD, you can see a couple of the early concepts for Arcana Misfortune there if you would like. I'll put a link to that in the iCards. But yeah, it just It was kind of a thought one day, and it kind of stuck in my head. I never expected it would turn out the way it is now, but I don't regret anything. Let's see. Have you ever had, oh yeah, by the way, Before. Thank you so much for that comment, by the way. Thank you so much. Nobody knows, for this comment. Also, if you're up for another question, have you ever had Dippin' Dots? What is your favorite flavor? I have had Dippin' Dots before. I like Dippin' Dots. The rainbow ice is my favorite because it's one of the only ones I can have. Because the others have cookies in them or such. Thank you for the question, nobody. Hey, this is a comment from Stampa. Any goals, personal and or channel related you wish to accomplish in 2024? There's a lot of things I want to accomplish in 2024. I know that there are going to be some sad moments in 2024 as some of the bigger series come to a close, because unfortunately it has to happen. There are so many parts, and this story has gotten so long already for several of the characters. I will continue them for as long as I can, but once I find a suitable stopping point, I will stop. And I know that'll be sad for a lot of people, but don't be sad. This is time for new characters to come in and grow. And if you guys have some suggestions on characters from MHA or other series that you would really like to see for next year, let me know. I will take your advice. Not advice, but your ideas. Thank you for the question, Stampa. But also, the other goal I want to finish in 2024 is AM's conclusion. AM is coming to a close, and that's all I'm going to say. We're getting close to the end here. Maybe I'll start up other projects on the other channel as well, but I'll keep those a secret for now. Thank you. Will there be new non-fantasy series? Evil Leapfrog, I don't understand this question entirely, but if you mean like non-fantasy audios for the MHA characters, then yes, there will be. Let's see. Sonic of Atlantis, do you follow any sports, i.e. football, soccer, or NFL? No, I don't really follow sports that much. I used to be in marching band, so I know the rules of football and American football quite well, but I have never been an avid sports watcher, no. I have never really been a huge supporter of any teams, any specific teams either. Thank you for the question, though. Will you play Ori and the Blind Forest on Twitch? To be perfectly honest, Panhead, I still have not looked it up. I'm sorry. I will look it up, and if you ask me again once I have looked it up, then I will give you my answer then. Also, are your roleplays scripted or all improvisation? Most of them are improv. Because I do audios on a daily basis, there's no way that I can write that many scripts in that short amount of time. I am definitely not superhuman in that aspect. So, I tend to improv a lot. After I started doing audios every day, that had to be the norm. And, what else was I gonna say on that? Oh, yeah. There are some that I do script for. I do scripts for all my collabs. Like, all my collab audios that I've done, I've scripted. All of my Arcanimus Fortune audios, I have scripted. Those ones take more time to develop, and I need to put a lot of more thought and care into them. So those ones are scripted. But, yeah. Thank you for the question. A Domino asks, what's your favorite anime series and manga? Current favorite is Cardcaptor Sakura at the moment, because I'm trying to finish it, because I'm really liking the story so far. And manga as well. If I had to pick a favorite manga right now that I'm currently reading, that I haven't seen the anime for, I guess it would have to be, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? It's one of the only harem animes that I actually really care for, so yeah. I hope that answers your question, Domino. How many videos will be on your channel? I hope a lot of videos. I'm hoping for a lot of videos as well, Liz Mierau. I'm gonna call you Liz. Liz, I hope that there will be lots of videos on the channel. As of the current moment, there are almost 1,800 videos on this channel so far. So hopefully, in the coming years, there will be many, many more to come. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how you all will react to them. Thanks so much for the question. Aiden asks, so Arya, now that you've been on YouTube for over 3 years, throughout your 3 years of this journey, what is a part of it that you will never regret? I will never regret starting this channel specifically. I remember when I first made my original channel and did gacha stuff on it. I had fun with it for a while, but it was definitely a hobby. And I could not see myself, working on this. Working on it full time. And it was just very tedious, and to me it just got in the way. But now, when I started the ASMR Roleplay channel, this channel, I do not regret doing it. Because, honestly, I've met so many people through here. So many, people that I consider friends. So many people that I consider to be best friends. And a lot of people that actually really care about the work, and a lot of people who I've touched with my work. So honestly, I can just say that I do not regret making this channel, and I do not regret sticking with the decision to make them wholesome audios. Because honestly, I think we need more of that in the audio roleplay community. I think we really do. And I'm glad to be a little window for that. Thank you for the question, though, Aiden. Alistair Marston asks, how do you get into character for a roleplay? Sometimes it's a little easier than others because I'm already thinking about what I want to say. Other times it's a little bit trickier. Maybe I don't have a direct idea in my head right away. So I just kind of say a classic line that they were say. Like, the nickname, like for Ochako, I would sometimes say, like, my sugar cookie, or Nejire Cuddlebug, etc., etc. I would say a couple of those lines to get the voice in my head, and then I would start. That oftentimes helps a lot more, and for new characters, I have to listen to quite a few of their voice lines, and as long as I can feel like I can mimic the voice to a decent degree within a couple of takes, then and practice a little bit, I feel like I can, I can feel like I can get into the character. Thank you for the question, Alistair. Hana Cox Neko asks, how are things going for you right now? Things are going pretty well. We've been in my family and I have been in our new house for 6 months. So things are going well there. And, yeah, I am, I'm doing good, I think. The occasional, stuffed up in the head, normal things that happen on a day-to-day basis, busy IRL stuff, But other than that, I've been doing pretty well, I think. What is something you knew you would like to try for next year? Honestly, I would like to add some more, generic characters, like some more original characters. I did start a vampire audio series a while back, if anyone remembers that. I would like to continue that eventually, or maybe start a new one. I would like to do some more of those, some more non-specific ones, but I understand if that's not everybody's cup of tea. I would also like to touch some more on my actual OC's backstories, like full-on backstories, kind of like what I did with Sapphire and Arcana Elementis, but with the other characters like Iris and Celsius and Aura and Opal and all of them. But yeah, those are some of my thoughts for next year. Why do you like making MHA audios? To be honest, I it's not specifically that they're MHA audios, but it's that they're characters that people can attach to. It's the characters that people can relate to me, I guess. I would like to expand more and do some of the more mature characters. Like, obviously I did Midnight, and I did doing Mount Lady and Lady Nagant and Mirko, but some of the other characters I would like to try to do as well. Like Ryukyu maybe, and some of the other ones that don't get talked about as much. But it's more specifically the fact that people are attached to the characters that I do them. I like the characters myself, so honestly, I just hope that I'm doing them justice. That's all I'm gonna say more on that. And last question, would you ever do voice acting as a full-time job? I have considered it, and I am currently looking into some things regarding potentially doing voice acting, but it's gonna be a slow process. It's a busy job pool, and a very competitive one. So honestly, only time will tell, to be honest. Thank you for the questions, Hana. Banana Phone Ring Ring asks, who is your least favorite character to voice? Honestly, it has to be Bakugo is my least favorite one to voice because of how hard his voice is. It's not bad. It's just rough. Yeah, it's rough. Even the official English voice actor for Bakugo has lost his voice several times while voicing this character. So, I can understand why it's such a hard thing to do. But if I have to say anything more regarding that, the guy characters are the hardest, except for Deku and Villain Deku, because I've been doing Deku and Villain Deku the most. Who is the easiest? If you remember the Melissa Shield series, and the Fuyumi series, those are actually two of the easiest characters for me to voice, because their voice range is actually very similar to my normal talking register. So, it just was a matter of changing tone, more so than changing pitch. With some of the other characters, you have to go higher. For Momo, I have to go a bit lower, same with Jiro. But with Melissa and Fuyumi, I didn't have to change at all. So that was really nice. Who is the most difficult? Again, I'm gonna go back to the guy characters on this one. The most difficult. The most difficult female character is probably Asui, because of how you have to go back in the throat to voice her. For the male character is Bakugo, obviously, like I mentioned before. How do you find the patience and time to write scripts and voice everything you do and everything else that's going on in your life? Like I said, I don't write scripts for everything, but it's not about having time, it's about making time, to be honest. It's a lesson that I've had to learn after going through this for 3 years. I've had to learn that patience is everything, take your time, and make time for the work you need to do. And yeah, because honestly, it's all about making time. Do you prefer being an adult or a child? Huh? I don't understand. Oh, you mean in character? I don't mind either, as long as I feel comfortable voicing the characters, because I can go from voicing someone like Midnight to voicing someone like Luke Triton from Professor Layton. I can go between both of those very easily. So honestly, it doesn't really matter as long as I'm comfortable voicing the character. Out of all your character, whose plot/story do you like the most, or who is the most exciting to write? I'm not sure if you're talking about original characters or if you're talking about, I'm not sure if you're talking about original characters or, the MHA characters, but for the MHA characters, definitely the most exciting plot to write so far has been Deku and Villain Deku's plot lines. So, honestly, all I can really say about that is, well, just in general, the Deku and Villain Deku plotlines have always been the most exciting to me because of how I started these two series, and Villain Deku especially. So, yeah. Hope that answers your question there. In terms of my own characters, oh, I have worked hard on a lot of these characters' stories, so finding an answer to this question is tricky. So I'm just gonna say all of them, because I love each of my OCs and I take care with writing each one and developing each one. Do your family and friends know of your channel? If they do, is it at least somewhat embarrassing? Not really, because, any of my family that I've told about my channel has been overly supportive. They've bought merch, they have supported my channel, they have recognized the time and space that I need, and I love them all for it. I can't say anything more than that because it's just they've done so much and they've been so supportive. So I'm not embarrassed when it comes to telling my friends and family about my channel. In fact, I am proud of it, to be honest. I do get embarrassed sometimes when they do promote my channel, like in their workplaces and such, sometimes. But I get over it quickly because I feel like they're sharing a piece of, like, happiness with them. So, I'm not really embarrassed when people know of my channel if they're directly related to me. Do you like math? No, I do not like math. Probably my least favorite subject. Do you have a favorite Disney princess? I have 3, actually. 3. We have Tiana. Tiana has always been one of my favorites. Mulan has always been one of my favorites. And Elsa. Those 3 are my main favorites. But I also do love Pocahontas as well. How do you always manage to have a different fan art to use in the thumbnails? That must be time consuming and requires a lot of patience. Honestly, finding the fan arts for the thumbnails is what gives me ideas. So it's not really that hard. You just kinda gotta look up what to find, I guess. And, it's the internet. You just gotta be careful with what you find. It does require a lot of patience, but time? Not necessarily. I've gotten used to making thumbnails over the 3 years that I've been doing this, so it doesn't take as much time anymore. What are 3 things you like about yourself? Oh, that's a very therapeutic kind of question. I guess I like the fact that I can be kind. I like the fact that I can be, motivated. And I like the fact that I can make people happy. I guess that is the gist of it. What's your favorite song to sing? I cannot answer that question. I have too many, as a musician, there are too many songs that I know. And too many, artists that I appreciate and songs that I like. I cannot pick one song. That is a crime. And I will never be able to answer that question that way. I hope you understand. Are there any audios that you are particularly proud of? Okay. I know these audios aren't as popular, but I am really proud of the Tales of audios that I've done. And I'm proud of, the niche audios that I have done. Especially the ones for Ai Mikaze from Uta no Prinsama. I honestly love those. And I really care about the audios from series that people may not know as much. It is nice to do the MHA audios, but it is nice to do other series that that I really enjoy and care about, and I maybe get to share with you guys if you ever are interested in that. Also, in terms of MHA audios, my favorite one has to be, the singing audios are still my favorite ones, but, yeah. How's the voice acting career going? Made some progress. Like I said before, it's a slow progress, but, we're working on it. Thank you so much for the questions, Banana Phone. Let's see. Do you watch any Godzilla movies? Infernogi, no. I have never watched a Godzilla movie in my life. I've seen, like, some of the, Godzilla animated series from a long time ago, but I have never watched any Godzilla movies. Thank you for the question. Deku Lover asks, what is something that you liked to do when you were a kid, and if so, do you still like it now? There's one thing that I used to do as a kid that I really, really liked, and that was, perler beads. Perler beads, I've been getting back into, like, watching videos about them and such, and I still have a perler bead on my desk. I can put a picture of it up here somewhere. That is of, Miles Edgeworth from Ace Attorney. And honestly, it's something that I'd like to get back into, but it's a time-consuming process, and, well, I don't know if I would have time to finish one of these, especially a big one, but I would love to do perler beading again. That would be absolutely amazing. Thank you for the question, Deku Lover. How/where did you get the idea to be an ASMR channel? Go back to 2020, in the summer of 2020. I had just finished season 4 of MHA, and obviously that was the end at that point, because season 5 wasn't out yet. I started looking around on the internet and have found these people that would roleplay as the MHA characters. And I found a channel that did a really good Deku impression, as I love Deku. I was absolutely, like, captivated. And that is how I met one of my best friends, Birdie Senpai. And, well, I kind of got inspired from him to do a channel. And, you know, he was actually one of the first ones that promoted the channel. And I was utterly stunned. So, any of my original success I owe to Birdie, and I really appreciate him for everything he did for that. I'll put a link to his channel up in the iCards as well. Thank you so much for the question, though, Heather. Zingy Winger asks, what got you interested in anime? I started watching anime when I was in, I really started watching anime when I was in 8th grade. I had just found the Tales of Symphonia and the Tales of the Abyss animes, and I was really, really into them. That eventually got me into other animes, and, like Toradora, and some of the other series as well. But my first anime was Sword Art Online. I know, don't cringe. I loved Sword Art Online. I still do, in its own right. Just the second half of the first season we can skip. Anyways, thank you for the question, Zingy. Let's see. Let's see. What else can we find? Danny! What has been your inspiration to keep going forward and always do your best? What has been my inspiration? Well, I would say definitely the support from you guys has been a major, like, boost. Because, honestly, it does get tedious sometimes, posting videos every day, every week. And, honestly, the feedback that I get from you guys and the support I get from you guys is, definitely helped. And also the, you know, just the rush that I get from seeing people enjoying it. That just really helps. That really helps, and honestly, I feel like I would be letting you guys down if I stopped. So that pushes me forward every single day. Thank you for the question. If you had to pick a favorite character in MHA, what would it be? Robert S. Dale. That would have to be Deku. Deku has been my favorite character since the start of the series, and will continue to be. He's one of my favorite main protagonists to this day, and I think it will stay that way for a very long time. Thank you for the question. Are you involved in any other project as a voice actor, or have you been trying to get into any? Sent Jos. Yes, I have been a part of a few volunteer projects, as well as I am in a series with UV Light right now, and I will put a link to that in the iCards as well if you're interested in seeing that. But yeah, I'm a part of that, and honestly, I would like to be in a lot more. So yes, I am looking into getting into more things related to voice acting. Thank you for the question. Mega Mario, or Mega Rock, says, hello there, streaming questions. Do you plan to stream other RPGs like Final Fantasy or other noteworthy RPGs in the future? I would love to. I would love to stream Final Fantasy games, because I have never actually finished a Final Fantasy game, and I would love to do that. Like, I want to do Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I also want to do 10 and 9, and I really want to do some more of the Final Fantasy games, because there are ones that I've really wanted to get into, but I've kind of just picked up and stopped. So I would really love to. But other RPGs? I've been thinking about it, but I haven't done enough research yet. So, maybe. We'll see. Any hints / teasers you can give at what games could be seen in the streaming schedule in general? I will say, I am planning to have a streaming collab with Lyra's Adventure, one of my streaming pals, in sometime this month. So, sometime next month, January, not this month. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and that will definitely be interesting on the schedule. But definitely we will be continuing through the Ace Attorney series, the Kingdom Hearts series. We will be continuing through the Professor Layton series as well. In terms of the Harvest Moon Winds of Anthos, who knows what we could see there. And in terms of Tales of Berseria, whether we go into another Tales of game or whether we do something else, we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you for the question. Let's see. What could I... Oh! Boudrodrig, excuse me, asks, if you could revive a character you haven't done in a while, who would it be? If I could find the fan art, and I could find, like, the topics to do for her, I would love to bring back, the Fuyumi series. I would love to bring that back. I love Fuyumi as a character, and it's just so hard to find fan art of her that is safe for work. And honestly, if I could find some more of that, I would absolutely love to do pick her series back up again. Thank you for the question. What's your favorite Pokemon? SpongeBob SquarePants, this is an excellent question. I have 2 favorite Pokemon. One of my favorite Pokemon is Umbreon. I loved Umbreon ever since I saw Umbreon in the Sun and Moon anime with Gladion. So Umbreon is definitely one of my favorites, and I have an Umbreon in my Pokemon Sword playthrough. And I also love the Sobble line. I love Sobble, and I love Inteleon. I love all of the evolutions of Sobble. It's just so dang cute. I love Sobble very much. Thank you for the question. Cool Kayla Mines. Out of every character series you've ever made, which one is your favorite and why? If I had to pick one, I would definitely... I like most of them. I like all of them, pretty much. I don't really continue a series with a character if I don't like where the story is going. But, if I had to pick one? I would say the Deku series, because the Deku series has come so far since I first started. I remember listening to my original Deku audio and cringing because the voice has changed so much, and it was very bad when I first did it, but I think it's come very far, and honestly, a lot better than where it was in the past. So I can't complain too much. I'm honestly very happy with how far it's come. Thank you for the question, Kayla. Tick. 3 questions. If you had a power, what would it be? Like I mentioned, like if I had a power in the real world, like superhero kind of stuff outside of MHA, one of the coolest superpowers that I've ever seen is definitely telekinesis. Not telepathy. I would not want telepathy. I know those two kind of go hand in glove, but I would not want telepathy. Telekinesis could be cool though. Are there any other franchises you would like to get into? Yes, there are. I would love to get into Bleach. I really have been piqued curiosity over Bleach for quite some time. I just have never had the chance to watch it or read the manga or look at anything related to it because busy. And because I'm currently invested in so many other series at the moment. But I would love to get into Bleach. I just need to find the time. Another one that I would really like to get into is the Persona series. I just, again, haven't had the time. And I'm invested in so many other things at the moment. But I would love to get into Persona. If someone asked you to voice act a character, would you do it? I will get to that answer in a little bit. Thank you so much for the questions, though. Let's see. The Alolan Marsh Shadow. Alright, Marsh, what's your question? Just curious, what quote from any character motivates you every day? There's this one quote from Deku that I tend to quote a lot. I don't remember the exact wordings, but it's something along the lines of, if I stand back and do nothing, I have no chance of becoming a hero, or if I stand back and do nothing, you'll die or something. I remember it's something that he says when he's trying to rescue Kacchan from the sludge monster. So it's just something about the way he says that is really inspiring, and obviously it inspired All Might, so All Might made him his protege. So yeah, I hope that answers your question there, Marsh. Declan Goddard. Deck, what is your favorite childhood video game? The video game that I most distinctly remember from my childhood is definitely Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts has been a valid, large part of my childhood, and it will continue to be a part of my life, because this series, I grew up with this series. I watched my mom play it, I played it, I continue to play it. I'm literally going through it again on my Twitch for you guys, so this series will definitely be one that I will be continuing for a very, very long time. Thank you for the question, though, Deck. Danielle asks, how are you? I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Are you getting enough rest? Debatable some days, but yes, most of the time. Need a break. That's why I took this whole week off. How were your holidays? My holidays were absolutely fantastic. I had a lot of good time with family, and I had a good break, and now I'm recharged and ready to get back into it. Are you drinking enough water? You're generally concerned about my well-being. I appreciate that, Danielle. Yes, I am drinking enough water. Considering where I live, it gets very warm a lot of the time, so I'm used to drinking a lot of water. Are you eating like you should? Yes. As long as I don't forget. Thank you for the questions, Danielle. Cosmic asks, are you going to continue some of the old series, like Mitsuri, Tsuyu, and others? I would love to. If I can find the time. Like I said, with some of these older series ending, more spaces are going to open up. So ones like the Tsuyu series can come back. Thank you for the question, though, Cosmic. Lost Legend asks, which series do you wish to cover in the future? There is, I would love to get into more Demon Slayer audios. I would love to get in some other series as well. Maybe some more Kingdom Hearts ones. Revise some older ones. But honestly, I'll just have to wait and see where this year takes me. What's your favorite video that you've done? One of them is definitely one of the most popular videos on the channel right now, and that is Deku Part 27, I believe. That video has, really brought a lot of people to the channel, apparently, because it's my most popular video, and because of that, I am very proud of how it has come out, and honestly, every time I listen to it, I'm honestly very proud that people enjoyed this audio as much as they have. Will you ever post the Patreon exclusives publicly? That is a no on that. The Patreon exclusives are exclusively for Patreon because they are paying to see these audios. They are paying to see them, they are paying to request them. They will not be released publicly because the patrons are paying for them. I hope you understand. Thank you for the questions, Lost Legend. I only have one simple question. Do you enjoy making your content? Soul3R, yes, I do enjoy making my content. Do I have moments of burnout? Of course. Every content creator at least has had some moment of burnout in their lives. Does that mean that I will stop? Most likely not. So, because I'm stubborn. So, yes. I hope that answers your question. Tabby Gamer asks, do you like pineapple on pizza? Yes. Yes, I do. I do like pineapple on pizza. It used to be my favorite pizza. Pineapple and ham pizza used to be my favorite pizza when I was a kid. I do like it still, but I would go for a traditional cheese pizza any day. Is a hot dog a sandwich? I don't know. I don't know. Thank you for the questions, though, Tabby. Ever thought of doing a collab audio, at least for special occasions? Oh, yes. I have thought about doing collab audios before for special occasions, and honestly, I would love to do more of them. I'll have to ask some people to do some collabs with me this year for special moments. Because honestly, I think that could be really fun. Thank you for the question, Joseph Cardona. Oh, and we're already at the bottom of the list here. Let's see. I Sleep asks, Did you ever have a character considered to make an ASMR about, but decided against it? What made or broke that decision? Okay. I did not do the more, like, mature lady characters from MHA for the longest time because I felt I wasn't ready to voice that kind of character yet. But especially Midnight, because in the anime, Midnight is a lot more, flashy, let's say, than she is in, like, my audios. I finally, like, made the decision to do it because I thought it would be nice to see these more mature female characters in a different kind of setting. So what ultimately made the decision for me to do it was just tweaking it in my own way. And that's what made that's why we have Mount Lady now, we have Mirko, we have Midnight, we have Lady Naga, and potentially some of the others as well. So yeah, that was a major decision. The other decision that I really made was the proposal audios. I originally didn't want to do wedding or proposal audios because I felt like I wasn't ready, considering I wasn't in a relationship at the time. And now that I'm in a relationship, I can say, well, I'm a little bit more comfortable with doing them now. So the proposal audios were one step closer to the wedding audios. I will not say about like when the wedding audios will come out or how far away they will be, but I will say that they are coming, that they are on the way. But yeah, thank you for that question. Also, do you play any kind of instruments? What are they? I love this question. This is, I love this question. I am a musician, so I sing, but I played the flute. I still have my flute and piccolo, and I play intermediately the piano, and I've played like basic to intermediate trumpet. My main instrument is the flute, and of course my voice, but I do love playing the piano on occasions. Yeah, thank you for that question. As for questions that I've like held off on, one, they're either repeats, or two, they're tied to this bigger question that I am holding on to. Alright, so this big question that I've been holding on to is a lot of these questions have been about, will you do this character? Or will you consider doing characters from this series? And honestly, I have one thing to say about that. If you would like me to do a specific type of audio, or a specific character that I may not normally do on the regular channel, please consider looking at the Patreon. I know that I've said this at least many times before, but I do not take requests in the comment section. I do take ideas sometimes, but I do not take requests in the comment section. I take requests from my patrons only. So, if there's a character you think I may not do on the normal channel, then consider looking at the Patreon and asking there. So, yeah, that's all I really wanted to say on it. But either way, that is the end of all the questions. Thank you so much, everyone, for 2023 being an awesome year. And as the countdown begins fairly soon, well, for me at least, I just want to say I wish you all a Happy New Year. Whatever your New Year's resolutions may be, I hope that you will pursue them to the best of your ability. For me, my New Year's resolution is to keep pushing forward and striving to make better and better content for you guys. I hope you will be there to join me on this journey through 2024, as you have for these past 3 years. I really appreciate it, everybody. Before we end off, though, I would like to share some fan art that has been made through 2023 by these lovely people, by my lovely fans, and by my channel artists as well. I wanted to show that at the end of this video as a thank you for all the lovely fan art that has been made during this past year. And, well, I cannot thank you guys enough. Without you guys, well, I would say this channel wouldn't exist. So thank you so much, everyone. And enjoy the fan art. And I will see you all in 2024. Bye! Stay sharp, Shadeslayers, and Happy New Year!